So, how are we doing today? I'm wearing shades inside because my allergies are still kicking my ass. Hey, Lily, how are ya? It's good to see you on stream. So, it's a little quiet though. How about is it not quiet now? Yeah, allergy season. It's like I don't know. It's like getting punched or something, right in the ow. Yeah, it's rough. The thing that annoys me the most about allergy season is just that it's so disruptive because like I'm not actually completely well, with the flu where you can't think, you can't do your brain like goes fuzzy, right? And you're out of it. You can't do things. But with allergy season, my brain's still working. Like things are going 90 million miles a minute and I want to do stuff, but I can't because functionally I am just like it's like being perma drunk off of pollen. I can't even walk straight half the time. It is completely insane. Yeah, like I wish I could just like think telepathically into something, like into the machine. That would be cool. But alas, here I am shielding my eyes as best as possible from the sun up that way, which fortunately no one can really see except me. Y'all don't have to be tortured by such things. So, enough about me though. I shall survive the allergies again, as I have many a time. Um, what have we been doing though? That's the question. Because I need to answer that question too. um, Last week I was kind of laying low because, well, I was getting my butt kicked by allergies, and I didn't want to come in here and sneeze on stream every 15 seconds. It just was not going to work. So I didn't do a whole bunch of stuff. Over the weekend, I did go up to Vancouver, BC, which was lovely. Um, and I spoke at the DevOps days up there, which was super cool. That was awesome. I always love excuses to go to Vancouver, BC, just like I love excuses to go to Seattle when I don't live in Seattle and go to Portland when I don't live in Portland. Like right now, I'll probably be down there next month for a meetup. I'm organizing some meetups. That's going to be cool. But what was I working on? So, looking at this project and trying to recall as quickly as possible what I was working on, I was putting together data migrations. We know that. We can look at this stuff and kind of figure it out. So there's a key space being created, consist, and then a table inside of that for the Cassandra stuff. And then in the Postgres stuff, we had tables up. We had created a table here, and we put a couple pieces of data. Oh, we added 4 railroads into that table. And then I had also drawn out, and I don't even remember what day this was. I'm pretty sure it was last week, but I'm not going to swear by that. So some basic schema diagrams here, right? So we had done that much, and the question really is, where did we get to? I know in Postgres for the relational model, I had gotten to the point where I had built out, I think, carriers and depots. So this is the carriers with some initial data, and then we have depots with no specific data yet. Emphasis on yet. And I had listed originally the passenger carriers, like Amtrak, Brightline, Rocky Mountaineer, which is a railroad up. Sometimes it comes down to Seattle, but usually it runs between Vancouver, BC, and up to Whistler. It's an absolutely stunning trip. And then there's Alaska Railroad, which of course runs up in Alaska, thus the name. And Brightline currently runs down in Florida. They're building an expansion to Orlando, and they're currently building, I don't know if you call it an expansion. They're refurbing the tracks between outer area LA It's like it's east of LA somewhere to Las Vegas. So Las Vegas is finally going to have some rail service again after like, I don't know, 50 years or something. So those were the railroads that I added into there, listed right here. So Amtrak, Alaska Railroad, Brightline, which is also now referred to as Virgin America Brightline Railroad, something like that. I don't know. Anyway, we got Virgin Air, Brosnan Airline, and he's got railroads in England and a bunch of stuff and cell phones. He's got a whole empire. Billionaire guy. Actually a good billionaire guy in most regards. But yeah, so the 4 railroads, and then we had the depot, and I needed to start building out the other tables. So kind of some tedious next steps to get to what's in here, basically. And once we get this built, then the intent is to build out the Apache Cassandra and to denormalize it as one would need to denormalize something like this. Because the idea, once it gets into the distributed database, we're pushing for reliability, we're pushing for massive scale, etc. So we'll want to query against it accordingly to get faster, more immediate responses and to handle what would otherwise be joins in a relational database and things like that. But more on that later. Right now, let's continue doing some of this work around Postgres and building out the relational model. Like right now, too, I also have, if I recall, oh yes, we did. I think we ran into an issue. Oh, and I need to also pull latest because I did do some work when I was in Vancouver. So how do I do this from the, I'm trying to do it from the GUI tool thing here. So I guess pull origin. Yeah, that sounds groovy. All right, Nyan Cat, groovy. So we'll talk about some of the refactors I did in the meantime too. Yeah, okay, there they are. So one thing I did was I took out the static IPs that I had signed, gave it a variable to get them out of there, and then put the IPs into the command execution like that. I also changed the IP and tweaked up some things because, let's see, did I add notes? Oh, that's for that. So we have dev up, which brings up the environment. Okay, what this does is, and we worked on this previously, so I apologize for repeating, but making sure everybody's on the same page here. I got an IP. I got an IP for Postgres. The IP here is the initial node for Cassandra. So we're just working with one node right now during just this stage of like kind of building out the schema migrations. And eventually we'll be deploying to a multi-node cluster. And we'll do the work to get like Terraform built or some marketplace built or whatever we're going to do to get that cluster out there. We'll do that work together too. So you didn't miss anything. Then I got the subnet on here with the appropriate CIDR address and then the gateway so that this can get built. This is specifically for local development, right? And at some point, we're going to have to break it out where we got local development, production, dev, that kind of thing. So I'll do that kind of stuff too. And then some other variables here, network name, Cassandra node name, Postgres name. And those are in there so that I can do things like create the network. Then I list it out, inspects the network, and then runs the Cassandra node right here, okay? And then it runs the Postgres node, accordingly attaching both to the network that I just created, assigning those IPs statically, right, so that we know what the IP is and we can specifically address it accordingly. This is Cassandra 3.14. I think it's Postgres. I've drawn a blank now. Postgres 11 something. Anyway, it's not that pertinent. And then it has to sleep for a few seconds, exports these, and then calls at this point in the process, in the development of the environment, the thing that needs to happen is Postgres needs to have its database created. So the inception of the Postgres database is created in this step versus the key space being created in Cassandra, different type of scenario, right? So Cassandra can have a bunch of different key spaces, just like Postgres, a server can technically have a bunch of different databases. Well, in this particular situation, with the order of procedure that needs to occur, Postgres needs to create its database before any of the actual migrations start to occur or not. Whereas with Cassandra, even though key spaces is closely mapped in abstract terms to a database, it needs to be created as part of the migration because it's actually more of kind of like, in that sense, in the schema migration, it's more like a table or an element within that database itself. So we want to have that in the actual schema migration. And the schema migration is then in the up, respectively, and in the down, respectively, scripts. So right now, because I have not been able to do a PR, to rebuild and test and verify that the migrate tool will do the Cassandra migrations yet, I'm still calling them individually by scripts. So we're following the same procedure for the Cassandra up and down migrations, right? Except that we also are doing the same thing with Postgres, but Cassandra has the key space creation at the beginning. So I put that in the inception and decimation, i.e., to inception, decimation is to destroy, whatever, to bring that key space up and down. Now, I was thinking about it just now as I'm running my mouth explaining things, and maybe we should actually have that key space, since it does need to be part of the migration, in that Cassandra piece as an appropriately named file in there. Like, 2019 0402 underscore create key space or something like that, .up.cql. I think that's what we need to put it in there as. Now, if I recall, though, and this is something else that's just popping into my mind, let's try to do, let's see, migrate up, down, start up Docker containers, save, start Docker configuration. Okay, let's take a look at our build parts for bringing this up and bring this down. So this has migration up and down, and then this is something that doesn't work anymore because I got rid of it. So migration up and down, yeah, per the, oh, actually that's down, up. I don't know if this is needed, but it looks like it's running the right scripts. And that's the important thing, that it's running the right scripts. These variables, I am highly confident don't need to be there anymore, but I'm going to leave them just for the moment. Okay, let's get out of that. And then let's run the dev environment up. Oh, oops, got to get in the directory there. Data migrations. Let's run the dev up and make sure everything works still. Looking good so far. There's the IP address from the inspect of my Postgres server. And then, yep, okay, there we go. So that script works good. Let's actually tear it down. Just make sure we got both of these covered still. I just want to make sure they work. I think I remember that they worked last time we were working on them, but just to make sure. All right, cool. That looks good. And before we dive too far into this, something else that I did do finally was get Pretzel Rock signed up. So I'm going to actually start this, and we're going to see if it pumps the music into the actual chat. So first song, I don't even know what most of this music is. They have a metal option, so it seems like it would work out, and we're going to give it a try. So theoretically, it's pumped in right now, so you should hear it. And the name of the song should pop up in chat. I don't know when it'll happen, but it should pop up. You hear it? Cool. So now the question is will it pop it into chat? It should. I don't know when it does it though. Oh, bear with me. Ooh. I just super cranked it in my earphones. That was loud. It's pretty cool, but it's loud. This is such a nice, pleasant song. All right, so we got that started. I might be able to deal with this. All right. Fighting. Getting rough and crazy here. All right, so we got that, and then let's use this to do the up migration. See what we get here. Ah, that's what we ran into last time. CQL version problem. So it looks like just Postgres might be the problem. Let's do this. We'll just work on the Postgres bits for now. Yeah, migrate up, migrate down. Yeah. So why is it trying to dial that now? That's the gateway, not the appropriate IP. Oh, duh. Let's see here. IP, PG. Theoretically the same thing here. And we need to, oh shoot, I needed to leave that other one in. There we go. Oh, did it now? Oh yes, I changed that too. Oh, let's put that in as a variable. See, I need a central place for the variables for the bash scripts is what I need to have. Oh, but dev up should have created it. Huh. What the heck? Change dialect to. Oh, I didn't need to do it there. Go back to the terminal then. Oops. So what does it do at the end? If it's not creating the database. Setting up consist database. Oh, you must install at least one. Oh. Didn't I do that? Cool. Client. Oh, what is the... Oh, let's actually go be even more specific here. We'll actually go and ensure that we are creating. It says run here. So on to Postgres. What options do we have as far as the version goes? Let's get that fixed. Eleven two. Let's go 11.2, huh? I think I can do that. Pull the right version. But we're gonna have to do dev down. And then we're gonna have to bring it back up. Yeah. Well, wait a second. TrainNet's still there. Thought this was built. This is building ConsistNet instead of TrainNet. I don't even know what TrainNet's for. Oh, that's what we were doing last time. Let's actually do this. TrainNet. Or no. ConsistNet's better, yeah. I'm gonna get rid of that other one though. Ooh. Had some tikka masala pizza today, and it was badass, gotta say. Ah, there it is. Awesome. I knew it had to work. I did all the instructions, right? I mean, it's obviously everything works if you follow the instructions, right? Uh-huh. Very cool. So I wonder what the link goes to. I haven't checked it out. I'll check that out later though. I ain't messing with it at the moment. On level 4. Interesting. All right. Okay, so we tore that down. So let's bring it up. Or did I just bring it up? I don't know. Unable to find 11.2. Okay, so it's got to pull the image now because I don't have 11.2. I guess it was pulling local, which is, I thought it was 11.2. Come on. Put. Yeah, the food was the chicken masala pizza is pretty amazing. I wasn't sure if it was going to work at first, but it's like a pseudo, not really deep dish, kind of a thicker pizza, but done a little bit Chicago style. So it's got thick dosa chicken masala in there, which is really cool. It's had a Pinchow's pizza, something like that. Revered like most Northwest pizza to not be that great, but this is a pretty awesome pizza. Did it finish? Come on. Put. Oh, it did finish. I just didn't have my scroll enabled. All right, so those are up. So let's see about just up. Great. What? Oh yeah. So must install Postgres. Oh, so that's what I was doing. Sudo apt-get install PostgreSQL client 11.2. Does it even match? It probably doesn't match. Yeah, it doesn't. Of course it doesn't. So, what is... Yeah, Postgres. Ah. Install latest Postgres. Cool client apt-get. Okay, let's go with this one then. Oh, maybe pick 11. Maybe that's what I need to do. Okay, so 10. Ha! Did that do it? That looks like progress. Sweet. Okay, we have our migrations for Postgres. Woo, finally. No, it's not going to show the... Oh, localhost. Yeah, cool. All right. So let's get that connected. I'm going to do 172. 72.19.0.10. And it was Postgres is the user, and then, oh geez, what is the password? I forgot already. And just to check, oh, 20. I'm trying to connect to 20. What do we got? All right, success. So now, there we go. What? Huh. Weird. Well, let's go specifically to, we'll add the database. Oh, it's saying add to go to Postgres. That's the problem. Actually, we don't need that. Right? Oh, I think it's force connected to it anyway. Well, anyway, we'll do this consist. Yeah, there we go. Let's get rid of these old ones. Consist, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Public access methods. Is it? Oh, and there's our tables. I always forget that it's this deep. I almost got in trouble and started fussing and trying to troubleshoot that, but they're right here. So and there's our schema migrations for our schema migration software, and of course depots with the appropriate directory of stuff. There's that, and then there's carriers, which should have, if we do jump to console, yeah, let's do this, and let's run a query against it. Select asterisk from, oh yeah, carriers, and we should get, There they are. All 4 of our records. Sweet. Okay, that's cool. We've made progress already today. Now, based on that, we should move to... Okay, so we have carriers and depots, right? And if we look back at our diagram, let's see where we're at there. So here I can split this. Split horizontally. No, split vertically, I mean. There we go. And then here. Okay, create tables, create depots. Depots is just that. And tables. Alright. We're going to start working on our stuff for today. Which will be 2019, 2019, April 2nd. Create tables. .up.sql. Let's copy that. Add that to the repo, and then we will create our down tables. Add that. Change the dialect to Postgres. Get that out of there. Get that out of there. Now we can see the tables a little bit. Bounce over to this view. Yeah, sure thing, Lily. I'll holler your name if I need your help. Right, there we go. All right. So we've got our diagram up, and we should be able to write query to it now. Grab that as reference. And up. All right. So we did carriers and depots. Let's get this sucker. Actually, let's add. We got to do this in order, sort of. Well, let's add all the basic tables, and then we'll work on the relations. I think that should be good, right? So we'll do carriers, trains. We're going to have trains. And we got depots already, so then we need to do stops. And consists. Oops. Loads. Engines. Alright, go ahead, get rid of this stuff. We'll add it as we go. Engines, passengers, consists freight. These are engines. All right, and then consist passen. Actually, we're gonna do passengers like that, and then freight, and then freight cars, and finally passenger cars. Yeah, all right. I'm going to tweak on this song for a second here. Just another no one. There we go. something more by speed. Okay, we've got our migrate up. I guess one easy way to do this would be to create all the tables like this and then go back in and actually add all the columns, right? We're going to do it a little more like this. So train, it's your carrier. Oh yeah, carrier train. So this will have carrier ID and then train ID, should be UID, not null. Oh, and let's see, how would we do this? We do constraint. Oops. Why is it? Oh, constraint. Oh yeah, how did it do that one? Let's see here. And we need to add this in there. Oh, we need to add the index. Okay, so this is. Yeah, we'll have to come back to that relationship. We'll just add them in there for right now. Like so. That should get us there. Okay. Let's actually get. This is passenger. Cars. Passengers. And then freight. Cars, freight, and then engines, loads, consist, stops. I already got depots, so trains. Carriers, trains. Yeah. All right. So trains needs to have train. Oops. Train ID, which will be a UID. It's gonna be not null. And then an origin ID, UID not null. Destination ID, UID not null. I kind of wonder if there is any scenario though where those things wouldn't exist. So we're going to do stop ID, which will be related to the list of stops listed in stops for active trains. Okay, so it's going to be not null. Oh, whoops. UID not null. There we go. And then name. Let's go with varchar 100. Then description. Call it, do it text. Multimodal. Which will also be, oh, that's a boolean. And then start would be a date, time. And, oh, what is it? Crap. Put it in here? No, I just have date. Company start, company end. Yeah, it's just date, it's not date. It's not timestamps. So while I'm thinking about that, we'll go ahead and get the drops in there. The find and replace did not hit the right key. Find and replace, alter is going to be drop. Whoops, alter to drop. this file, so boom, yeah. No. Semicolon, 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 blah, 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 blah. Oh, there's trains. Yeah, that's what they did. Okay. I don't know why it's still... Oh, because it doesn't exist. Okay. That's fine. Oops. All right, so how do you do a date and time in Postgres? That is the question. Postgres, date, time. Oh, I want a timestamp. That's what I want. Yeah. Timestamp. It's just straight up timestamp. Yeah. I think we'll start with not null on those. And stop ID. Yeah, I think name is the only thing that needs to be not null actually, because it can go through various stages as it's built out. It may not have all the stops, may not have destination originally, but like the train is gonna have to be built, and then as it's built, we add the consist to it. Then we can give it its origin, destination, and stop ID. Oh yeah, let's hear it. Train end, train start. There we go. I'll fix it. What do you suggest? Alt enter. Restart project level directory, quote identifier, run query. No, let's rename it. Let's do train start. Can I do that? No, that's crappy. Case it? Well, it says I can. So we're going to try that. Makes me want to capitalize the tables too, but let's do this. Carriers, trains. Boom. And then there we go. Huh. It's here. Oh, darn it. How do I do this? I'm trying to find music here so it's not on repeat of the same stuff. So it looks like it's supposed to be playing. Oh, now it's flaking out on me. Come on, music thing. Adrian Hall is more gratifying than beating any boss in Sekiro. Whatever that is. How about Swedish? Oh, weird. Okay, that's not gonna do it. I'm gonna end up hitting my head in a minute. Well, I'm gonna leave it to play or not play for a minute and fiddle with it after that. Blah. Empty page. Yeah, pretzel rocks. Weird. All right, so back to trying to figure this out here. All right, so we got that added. Let's see if I can actually add all this stuff. Create tables. So that should have created a ton of them. And looks like they're there. All right. So we'll go ahead and go with that. And I'm gonna, yeah, we'll go ahead through and create those other ones. But I'm gonna tear it down. Tear it down, and then, what? Oh, did I not fix the up and down? Here's up, here's down. Oh, that's not what I wanted down. And then I need to fix this bit in the command. There we go. Set it up better for environment variables too, because I can just set these in environment variables at some point. All right, now let's try it. So down. There we go. Wiped all those out. And then migrate up. All right, cool. So down again. Boom. Now let's get these fleshed out. All right. So stops are, I guess that's as big as that gets. Okay. So stops, we have depot ID, not null. And then we have stop ID, UID, not null. And then we have arrival. That's gonna be a timestamp. And then we have departure. That'll be a timestamp. The consist will be consist ID, UUID again, not null, and primary key. And then train ID, ID not null. And notes should be text. Loads will be consist ID. And power, oh, doing loads, right? Yep. Not primary key. Yet, at least. Power ID, UID, no. And then notes, which is a text field again. And then engines will be engine ID, UUID, not null, and primary key. And then let's see, weight. Should be a big old float. And traction should be int, I think. We'll round up. It'll be something thousands pounds, just like horsepower. Okay. And then passengers. All right, passengers will be leader ID, which is basically engine ID, right? Actually, let's do this. Let's do engine ID, UID, primary key. All right. What? Oh yeah. Then null. Then we have unit ID, not null, and then notes, which is text. And wait, actually, yeah, because it's many, so they're not. They both should be primary keys actually. So then freight is again engine ID, UUID, not null, and then unit ID, UUID, not null. Oh, this, yeah, that's the way it needs to be. Notes, text, all right. And then freight cars. So unit ID, UID, not null, and then weight, int. Actually, that's a float, right? Is that what I did before? I feel like maybe I should put ints in for this, but yeah, let's do int. And let's fix this to int2. So weight, cargo, int, built, date, service, start, timestamp, service, end, timestamp, scrapped, date. And it's basically going to be the same. Have a bunch of those values in for the passenger cars, like so. I don't know, let's see, we need a title. Well, first unit ID, then title. We'll do invar 100. Weight, title, and then passengers will be int. Then type. I don't remember what type was going to be for, but we'll say invar 100. Description is text. And then we got, weight, built, server start indent. Yeah, I don't have it on the diagram, weight, but I do here, so that's good. All right, so let's knock that out. That's for scratch. And then let's try to see if we got all these in here. Oh shoot. Here I go, SQL Server and stuff. Where did I put in varchar? It's not in varchar, it's varchar. Oh, busted the version. There we go. All right, serious progress here. Look at that, all that stuff in there. So I'm going to tweak on the pretzel stuff again. Maybe it'll start working. Or not. Damn it. Come on. Okay, well, we're going to forget the pretzel stuff for right now and go back to the old school play stuff off my computer. Oh, the hell? Yeah. All right. Now that we have some music back, which I should have had for all that tedious work. Okay, let's commit those changes real quick. Adding tables to database. Okay. With that done, let's add a new one. And we'll do it for today, 2019, 0402. Alter, add referential connections. .up.SQL. Okay, so again, set those in here to Postgres dialect. All right, now let's hear it. So, what do we need to do? It looks like we need to add various things here. So let's get the first one. We got. I don't know if we can do. So I'm looking for a diagram thing here. Scripted diagrams. Yeah, I wonder if we can do like. No. No draggy droppy here. Ha ha ha. So I want to create the diagram relationships here though. So like passenger cars to engines here, engine ID to unit ID or whatever, and all that kind of stuff. So let's try to get that figured out. All right, the first one is we got carriers. Let's get alter table carriers. Let's see here, Postgres alter table. Add primary. Well, we got the primary key, so let's look at that, and then alter table, Postgres alter table, add constraint, yeah. There we go. So like this one would be perfect for alter table, and then carriers, trains, add primary key, and then we'll add both of those. So carrier ID, train ID. Whoops. And then this is alter table carriers. I think I already got the PK there. We added the PK for that one, right? Yep, right here. So primary key, not null. So we need that there, but we should put it in alter table trains. Add primary key, train ID. Oh yeah, how do you make it not null though? That's what we need to do. Table, I want to alter column. Alter column. Okay, so alter column. So first I'm going to do alter. What is it? Train ID. I didn't do it right, so alter table. So the alter column. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Alter table trains. It's not over. Then alter table, alter column. Train ID set not null. Oh, I had to do alter table column, alter trains, alter column, train ID, set not null, that, and then that. Yeah? So should I do this first? I bet. Let's just run it and see. So then if we take a look at the database, oh, so yep, carrier ID, train ID, that just added that, right? And then that's related back to, just not drawing the diagram, it looks like. Oh, weird. Oh, that's fine. Oh, because I didn't do that. Just made a dual primary key there. So then I need to add alter table. Need to add the constraint. To rename an existing constraint. To add a constraint. Yeah. Yes, alter table. Yeah, there we go. Add constraint. Oops. Add constraint. There we go. No inherit. We do want to inherit though. So let's hear. This one is going to be from the. I need to look at my picture again. So we're gonna go carrier ID to carrier's train carrier ID. So carrier ID, yes, yeah. Okay, so that's gonna be carriers, add constraint, PK, FK, carriers to trains. Oh, the foobar. Well, that needs to be, yes, this is what I need to do. Add foreign key, that's what I need to do. Oh, yes, okay. So that starts the other way, actually. So alter carriers trains, add constraint, foreign key, trains to carriers. Foreign key is, let's see here, train ID, references trains, the train ID. Yeah. So then if I have created one for the flip side of that, yeah, so I'm doing trains. Oh, now I'm doing carriers. Alter table, carriers, trains, add constraint, foreign key, trains to, well, it's, yeah, this is trains to, oh, carriers to, well, whatever, that'll work for the moment. I know which way I need to go here, just not doing it. There we go. So then, what is it? Carrier ID, references, carriers, carrier ID. Let's see if we can get this now. Oh, left zip code somewhere? Oh yeah, screw that. Oh, that's not what I want either. Okay, looks like I did it. So let's take a look at our diagram. Ha! So it's drawn the relationship. Got it working here. All right, so we're gonna leave that as our main thing. And we don't need to drop this stuff because, simply put, when it does the drop, it's gonna remove the table, right? So at this point, I'm actually going to step out for the day and go get some other things done. Also very metal related, always. And spin some of those bicycle wheels that I need to spin. So thanks for joining me today. I am going to head out, but before I head out, I am indeed going to dive in and look who we can raid. So we shall find out in just a second.